Hello everybody, welcome back to my part 2 video in this series. Yesterday we talked about HIPAA and small businesses, the 5-letter scare word HIPAA, and the importance of a procedure manual and staff training and user authentication. Today I want to talk about the risks to your data, which come from all different directions. Hackers, accidents, and disgruntled staff, to name just a few. From the hacker point of view, you're looking at brute force attacks on your firewalls, phishing scams to your users, uh, most of which can be mitigated with antivirus, healthy patch management practices, and user training, user training, user training. Accidents happen, hardware failures happen, uh, equipment stolen out of staff cars or homes. Uh, Probably your biggest threat, though, is your disgruntled staff. Hackers come from the internet, but they also come from local communities. If they have access to your business and staff, all they need to do is pay one of them to install a USB drive in one of your computers, or leave it laying around the office for someone to plug into a computer to see what's wrong with it, or just giving out the data. So this is why auditing is so important, and a risk assessment is also so important. Auditing your systems will allow you to tell who, what, and when your data was compromised, and identify, who's costing you money and who's going to cost you a lot of money, up into the millions of dollars. So it's important to address these issues. A risk assessment is your first starting point to understand where you're at and where you want to go, or where you need to go. It'll identify what's wrong and what needs to be fixed. It's best probably at this point to have an outside agency do your risk assessment. It's required by HIPAA to do one once a year. Once you have that baseline, you can perform your own risk assessments from time to time and update that risk register. It gives you a baseline to work with. It gives you a document to manage your risks effectively. Update stuff as they come, and add to it as your business expands or your technology expands. So it's important to go through a risk management process. This will also lead you into continuity operations and your backups, and lead discussions down that road. So don't hesitate on this, and yeah, you need a risk assessment. Let's talk about the risk assessment. The risk assessment process involves looking at all your systems. There's a chart in my download that talks about a lot more about these risk assessments that will provide you, that you can go through and give you some baselines. But you're probably going to want to talk to an outside agency about this. So stay tuned for my video tomorrow, where we're going to talk about how HIPAA can be your friend, how doing these things will tighten your data and your security and allow you to concentrate more on your business and making money, rather than worrying about your IT and your IT infrastructure. So thanks for tuning in, and tomorrow stay tuned for video part 3.